Pain built me, rage fueled me, discipline shaped me, failure sharpened me, and darkness, it became my home. You want me to apologize for becoming a monster, for choosing war over weakness, for embracing discomfort over comfort, for picking sacrifice over sleep. No, never. You weren't there when I was breaking. You didn't see the nights I cried in silence. You didn't feel the weight of my own doubt crushing me. You weren't there when I buried the weaker version of me. Piece by piece, day by day, rep by rep. I didn't become this out of choice. I became this out of survival. When life tried to kill me, I adapted. When people left, I stayed alone and stronger. When failure knocked, I opened the door and welcomed it in. So no, I won't apologize. I won't explain. I won't soften myself just to make others comfortable. This monster you see now is the direct result of pain, of sacrifice, of war, and I wouldn't change a thing. They called me cold, heartless, ruthless, good, because warmth never built warriors, softness never created legends, sympathy never forged discipline. They didn't understand the sacrifices I made. They didn't see the hours I worked when they slept. They didn't feel the pain I pushed through when they quit. They didn't witness the battles I fought inside my own mind. This isn't about being liked. This isn't about fitting in. This is about survival, about becoming unbreakable. When life threw failure in my face, I didn't fold. When I was betrayed, I didn't fall apart. When everything fell to pieces, I rebuilt, stronger, faster, colder. They'll never understand the mindset it takes to kill the old self, to bury weakness, to erase fear. This is what happens when you choose pain over comfort, discipline over distraction, growth over excuses. I became the thing they feared, the thing they whispered about, the thing they said was too much. And guess what? I'll never tone it down. Not for them, not for anyone. You think I wanted this? You think I asked to become like this? No, life forced me. Pain molded me. Betrayal sharpened me. Failure trained me. I was soft once. I was naive. I believed in people. I trusted too easily. I waited for help that never came, and every time I got knocked down, I waited for someone to lift me up. But no one came, so I lifted myself over and over, bleeding, crying, fighting, until I stopped expecting rescue, until I stopped needing applause, until I stopped fearing loneliness. And that's when everything changed. That's when I realized no one's coming, no one's saving me, no one cares how I feel. So I turned the pain into fuel, the fear into focus, the weakness into power. And now I don't blink, I don't hesitate, I don't break, because I've been broken before, and I built something stronger from the ruins. This is who I am now, and I'm not going back. If you're serious about killing your weakness, hit that subscribe button and let's go to war together. They see the monster, but they don't see the history behind it. They see the discipline, but they don't see the nights of self-doubt. They see the strength, but they don't see the endless failures. They see the focus, but they don't see the moments I almost broke, almost gave up, almost quit. But I didn't, because deep inside there was a voice, a small, quiet voice that refused to die, that whispered, "Keep going. One more rep, one more day, one more fight." And I listened, even when everything hurt, even when my mind screamed to stop, even when I had nothing left. I found something inside, something dark, something primal, something unstoppable. And that's when the monster was born in silence, forged in pain, sharpened by rejection, fueled by anger, sustained by discipline. This wasn't luck, this wasn't talent, this was war, internal war. And every day since, I've been fighting weakness, fighting doubt, fighting every old habit that tried to pull me back. And every day I win, because quitting isn't in my DNA anymore. You don't get to judge me. You didn't survive my battles. You didn't carry my scars. You didn't fight my demons. You weren't there for the sleepless nights, the silent breakdowns, the cold mornings when I dragged myself out of bed with nothing but rage and discipline. So no, I won't apologize, not for the walls I've built, not for the cold stare in my eyes, not for the silence, not for the distance. This is what survival looks like. This is what self-reinvention feels like. I killed comfort. I buried weakness. I executed fear. And I replaced it with fire, with focus, with war mode mentality. Every morning now, I wake up with one mission: be better than yesterday. Outwork who I was, outfight who I was, outthink who I was, because the old me is dead. That version of me that cared about opinions, that feared failure, that hesitated, gone, 6 feet under. And this new me doesn't wait, doesn't ask, doesn't hope. I take what's mine, through blood, through sweat, through pain, because monsters don't beg, they hunt. They want the results, but they don't want the process. They want the strength, but not the sacrifice. They want the title, but not the battle. And that's why they'll never understand me, because I chose the suffering. I embraced the lonely nights. I welcomed the pain others ran from. I didn't skip steps. I didn't cut corners. I bled for this. I broke for this. I rebuilt for this. And now, every scar on my body, every dark thought I've conquered, every failure I turned into fuel, it's all part of the monster I've become. I don't smile at comfort anymore. I don't crave peace. I crave war. War with my old self. War with my doubts. War with my limits. And every day I show up. I swing harder. I move faster. I grind longer. Because I'm not just chasing success. I'm chasing transformation, evolution, becoming something untouchable, something unbreakable, something unstoppable. And if that makes me a monster in their eyes, perfect. Let them label me. Let them judge. I didn't build this version of me for them. I built it for survival, for war, for legacy, and I'm just getting started. You know what's funny? The same people who laughed, the same people who doubted, the same ones who said you were crazy, now they're watching, now they're silent, now they're confused. They don't recognize you anymore. Good. That means it's working. You didn't come this far to stay the same. You didn't endure all that pain just to go unnoticed. Every rep, every tear, every sleepless night built this version of you. Stronger, harder, colder, more focused than ever. When they sleep, you grind. When they party, you train. When they relax, you push harder. Because you're addicted now. Addicted to progress. Addicted to evolution. Addicted to the war within. And that fire inside, it's never going out. You've come too far to quit now. You've sacrificed too much. You've buried too many doubts. You've killed too many excuses. So when they ask, why are you like this? You'll smile, because deep down, you know the answer. This isn't a phase. This isn't a game. This is your new identity. So here we are, standing at the line, the point where most people stop, where most people fold, but not you, not after everything you've been through, not after all the nights you bled for this. You didn't build this monster just to let it die in comfort. You didn't sacrifice your peace just to quit when it gets hard. This isn't where you slow down. This is where you go all in. You double the work. You triple the sacrifice. You silence every voice of doubt for good. Because the old you already buried, the new you still hungry, still relentless, still climbing, and from this moment on, you don't apologize for who you've become. You don't explain your grind. You don't shrink to make others comfortable. You dominate, you lead, you destroy, and you keep moving forward, no matter what. Now answer me this. What's the one thing That turned you into the monster you are today. Drop it in the comments. Let's see who's real and who's still hiding.